But the NBA had a problem. The FBI just arrested around 30 people for gambling related crimes. Now I know what you're thinking. Why the FBI involved? It's just some little gambling stuff. Well, it ain't just some little gambling stuff. Lock in. You see, the thing is there were two major investigations the FBI was conducting. One involving a head coach allegedly working with the mafia and another involving a player basically taking bets on himself. The FBI said, ooh, those are bad. So we're just going to make it one big investigation. So I said we're just going to combine the two cases and call it the NBA gambling investigation. So they can start sharing resources and information about the two cases. And plus FBI investigates NBA for gambling just looks better on a headline. So the NBA comes out heated. They say, FBI, y'all can't call it the NBA gambling investigation. They don't think we all just out here gambling. Meanwhile, it's only like just one player, like just one coach, like just 28 other people. Y'all doing too much. The FBI said, first of all, you ain't nobody daddy, watch your tone. Second of all, wait till the TikToker/YouTuber get to explain it and we're going to see if you're still out here running your mouth at the end of the video. And so let's talk about how bad these crimes really are, starting with the player that bet on himself. See, his name is Terry Rozier and he had a problem. The IRS comes to his crib. They said, look, you owe us about $8 million in taxes for your house, big bro. He said, $8 million what? They said, boy, don't act like you ain't know you was paying taxes. Stop playing. He said, you got me there. So he hits up his boy. He says, yo, I owe them guys $8 million. His boy said, the mafia? Terry said, even worse, the government. His boy said, ooh, that's bad. What you finna do? Terry said, I'm gonna see what them parlays hitting for. You see, this was Terry's plan. See, when you make a sports bets, there's these things called overs and unders. Basically, if you bet, is a player gonna score over 5 points or under 5 points? If you guess right, if you guess over, then you get some money. So Terry's plan was to have his friend bet that he was going to score under a set amount of points. And he knows how many points he's going to score in the game. Terry does. And that's what makes this so illegal. And it's why the government takes players betting on themselves so seriously, because now it's not gambling. It's basically scamming. So Terry tells his boy, and this is all alleged, technically he tells him, look, on these games, I'm going to be injured. His boy said, damn, Terry, you okay? Terry said, I'm not really going to be injured, fool. You going to bet that I'm going to score a low amount of points, but I'm gonna walk out the game. His boy said, oh, okay, you smart, Terry. So Terry hops in a game. And by the way, Terry could hoop. So Terry said, ooh, hit him with the cross. Ooh, lock in, Terry. He said, ah, my leg. The coach said, damn, Terry, you ran like 7 miles in practice. Terry said, you gonna call me a liar? And that was the biggest problem the NBA had. It was the NBA commissioner's argument. He said, we can't just sit up here and call a player a liar. I gotta take his word for it. The FBI said, wait till the story over before you get to yapping. So through allegedly faking injuries, Terry makes around $200,000. But the thing is, when bets start looking too weird, the police automatically get flagged. So the FBI hits up Terry. They said, how your leg doing, Terry? Terry said, no, it's good. I'm all right. The FBI said, Now, at this point, I assume the FBI hit up Terry's friend, the one who allegedly